You know that feeling of butterflies in your stomach before an important event? That's worry, something we all experience. But what about when that feeling doesn't go away, or is so intense it starts to interfere with your daily routine? That might be anxiety, which is much more than just worrying. Anxiety is a natural response of our body to stress. It's like an internal alarm that goes off when we perceive a threat, whether real or imaginary. But unlike fleeting worry, anxiety clings on, making us feel constantly on alert. Did you know that anxiety is not just a feeling? It has deep roots in human history, being recognized for centuries, though the way we understand and treat it has evolved. Today, statistics show that a significant number of people around the world deal with some form of anxiety disorder. This tells us we're not alone. Many people understand what we're going through. Recognizing the signs of anxiety is crucial. Why? Because the sooner we identify these signs, the quicker we can seek help or learn ways to manage our stress reactions. And that's the first step towards understanding that if you're feeling anxious, there are pathways, solutions, and above all, hope. Let's explore together 7 signs that might be anxiety. Sign 7. Excessive worry. An invisible monster that sometimes decides to dwell in our thoughts. You know that feeling of having your mind like a TV turned on to a bad news channel 24 hours a day? That's excessive worry, one of the main signs that anxiety might be knocking on your door. But wait, everyone worries from time to time, right? Exactly. Worry is normal and even healthy in the right doses. It helps us plan, solve problems, and prepare for the future. The crucial difference here is when this worry spirals out of control, when it no longer has an off button and starts to affect your daily life, your sleep, your relationships. Then we're talking about unproductive worry. It goes in circles, leading neither to solutions nor relief, just draining your energy and well-being. Distinguishing productive worry from unproductive worry is essential. Productive worry moves you toward action. You worry, plan a solution, and act. In contrast, unproductive worry is like a car stuck in the mud, revving the engine but not moving forward. Identifying with this feeling of being constantly worried to the point of feeling you're losing control can be a clear sign of anxiety. And understanding this is the first step towards seeking help and learning strategies to put these worries in the back seat, letting you take control of the steering wheel of your life again. Sign 5 often goes unnoticed as related to anxiety, but it's much more common than you might think. Sign 6. Muscle tension. Have you ever noticed how our body reacts when we're anxious or stressed? It's almost like it goes into defense mode, tensing up the muscles as preparation for facing or fleeing from something. This connection between anxiety and muscle tension is more common than we think. When we're in this state of constant alert, our body stiffens, and then we start to notice pain in places we didn't even know existed. For example, have you ever caught yourself holding the phone between your shoulder and ear while multitasking, or sitting in front of the computer for hours with your shoulders tense and raised? These are classic ways muscle tension sneaks into our routine, almost without us noticing. Over time, this can lead to chronic pain affecting our well-being. But don't worry, there's light at the end of the tunnel. There are several simple relaxation techniques that can help. One of them is deep breathing, which helps us center our minds and relax tense muscles. Another technique is practicing light stretching exercises, which can be done anywhere, even while sitting in an office chair. The secret is to incorporate these small acts of care into our daily life, turning them into habits for a calmer life with less muscle tension. Talking about it already makes me feel more relaxed. And you? Sign 5. Sleep problems. Who hasn't been there, right? You lie down, tired, just wanting to dive into the world of dreams, but your mind, it has other plans. The marathon of thoughts, worries, and that endless list of what-ifs begins. And then you realize anxiety has decided to show up right at bedtime. And it's not just a poorly slept night here and there. The lack of sleep accumulates, messing with everything from head to toe. Your mental health, it takes a hit, leaving you more irritable, anxious, and even depressed. And your body? It suffers too. The immune system weakens, the risk of heart problems increases, not to mention the constant feeling of tiredness. But don't worry, there's a solution. Improving sleep hygiene is a great start. This includes creating a calm and inviting sleep environment with a dark, quiet, and cool bedroom. Establishing a bedtime routine also helps a lot, you know? Things like turning off electronics a bit before going to bed, taking a relaxing bath, or even reading a book. And let's try to maintain a regular sleeping and waking schedule so your body starts to get into the rhythm. Implementing these changes can be challenging at first, but over time, they can make a significant difference in the quality of your sleep. So, how about we try out some of these tips together? Signs 4 and 3 are the accumulation and consequences of the already mentioned signs. As they start to accumulate in our daily lives, the results begin to affect many areas of our lives. Sign 4, irritability. It's like that unexpected visitor who arrives without warning and decides to stay. For those dealing with anxiety, this can be a very frequent symptom. It's as if our patience becomes shorter, and the smallest, most insignificant things seem to have the power to push us to the edge. And when it comes to relationships, whether with friends, family, or co-workers, this irritability can put a real strain on endurance. A wrong word here, a look there, and suddenly the atmosphere becomes tense. This happens because when we're anxious and irritated, our ability to handle everyday stresses dramatically decreases. We end up reacting more intensely than necessary, and this can affect how people around us interact with us. But look, managing irritability is possible. A good strategy is to start by recognizing the triggers. What exactly makes you feel irritated? When we identify these moments or situations, we can begin to work on coping techniques, such as deep breathing or meditation, which help calm the mind. Another tip is to practice assertive communication. Instead of reacting explosively, we try to express our feelings and needs clearly and directly, without blaming or attacking others. Implementing these strategies can not only help control irritability, but also significantly improve our relationships. Sign 3. Concentration difficulties. You know when you sit down to do something and suddenly realize your mind is everywhere but on that task? Or when you read the same sentence for the 10th time and still have no idea what it means? Anxiety can be a major villain when it comes to our ability to focus and maintain concentration. It fills us with worries and racing thoughts that make it seem impossible to focus on just one thing at a time. But hey, it's not the end of the world, okay? There are various techniques and tools that can help us improve concentration and attention. A simple technique is meditation or mindfulness, which teaches us to be present in the moment, observing our thoughts without judgment. This can help calm the anxious mind, making it easier to focus on tasks. And what about apps and tools? There are plenty out there that can be real allies. Time management apps like Pomodoro, which divide work into blocks of time with short breaks, can help maintain focus without feeling overwhelmed. Or meditation and mindfulness apps, offering guides for daily practices, helping train the mind for better concentration. Signs 2 and 1 start to cause significant chaos and make us begin to lose the sense of life. Professional support is always welcome when we can no longer maintain positive control with some of the strategies mentioned. Implementing these strategies in daily life can make a big difference, not just in your ability to concentrate, but also in your overall well-being. So, how about trying out some of these tips to see how they can help you maintain focus? Sign 2. Fatigue. Have you ever felt so tired that it seems like not even a full night's sleep would be enough to replenish your energy? Well, this sensation of extreme exhaustion, known as fatigue, can be a less talked about but quite significant symptom of anxiety. And interestingly, this fatigue is not only physical, it comes with a mental version that makes even the simplest tasks seem like insurmountable challenges. Let's understand this better. Physical fatigue, the kind that makes your body feel like it weighs a ton, is pretty straightforward. But mental fatigue, it's a bit more treacherous. Imagine your mind as a browser with thousands of tabs open. This quickly drains your internal resources, leaving you without energy to think clearly or concentrate on anything. But there are ways to combat this fatigue associated with anxiety. First, recognizing and accepting your anxiety is half the battle. From there, you can adopt practices like regular exercise, which not only improve physical health, but also release endorphins that are great for mood and energy. Meditation and breathing techniques are also valuable allies, helping to calm the mind and recover some of the energy drained by anxiety. Another golden tip is to prioritize quality sleep. Creating a relaxing routine before bed and maintaining an environment conducive to rest can do wonders for your energy. And don't forget about nutrition. A well-nourished body is more equipped to fight against fatigue. So how about trying out some of these strategies? With small adjustments to your routine, it's indeed possible to combat fatigue and feel more energized and ready to face the day. Sign 1. Irrational fears and social phobia. It's interesting how our minds can play tricks on us, making us fear things that, rationally, we know shouldn't cause so much dread. But that's the thing. When anxiety comes into play, logic often goes out the window. Specific fears or phobias are not just an exaggerated fear of spiders or heights. They can be deeply debilitating, affecting how we live, work, and relate to others. And social phobia? That one is particularly sneaky. It turns everyday situations like a work meeting or a casual encounter with friends into distressing challenges. The excessive worry about being judged or embarrassed can be paralyzing. But look, there are incredible stories of overcoming. People who, with the right support, faced their fears head-on and managed to take back control of their lives. Treatment may involve therapy such as cognitive behavioral therapy, which is excellent for challenging and changing negative thought patterns, and even medication in some cases. And here's a crucial point. Support. Both social and professional support are indispensable. Knowing that you're not alone, that there are people who understand and are willing to help, makes all the difference. And qualified professionals can offer tailored tools and strategies to face these fears. So if you or someone you know is dealing with irrational fears or social phobia, remember, there are ways to overcome them. It may seem difficult, but with the right support, it's entirely possible to find light at the end of the tunnel. Now, a crucial point: seeking professional help. If your anxiety is affecting your ability to live a full life, seeking out a therapist or psychologist may be the most courageous and transformative step you can take. There's no shame in seeking help. In fact, it's an act of strength. Remember, you're not alone in this. There are many resources and people willing to support you. In the next video, we'll bring easy and daily habits that help reduce symptoms of anxiety. Ready to give it a try?